Igbos now love P2B more than Nnamdi Kanu because Nnamdi Kanu has been deceiving them. You say you are Kanunta Kanu. In fact, I need the Kangoro Gego at this point. Onye rire ya maneri go ya o. Onye rire ya maneri go ya o digi ha ge meta ya o. Onye rire ya maneri go ya o. O digi ha ge meta ya o. Onye rire ya maneri go ya o. Onye rire ya maneri go ya o digi ha ge meta ya o. Onye rire ya maneri go ya o. Iha ge meta ya o. Onye rire ya maneri go ya o. Onye rire ya maneri go ya o digi ha ge meta ya. Onye rire ya maneri go ya o. Kanunta Kanu erikwala gị eriela gị kpamkpam. Ndị Awụsa ahụ erikwala gị eriela gị kpamkpam. Ọ dịghị ihe a ga-emeta gị o. Onye riri eri ama na-erigo gị o. Yoruba eriwakwala gị. Onye riri eri ama na-erigo gị. Ọkwa ndị politishan. Igbo onye riri eri ama na-eriela gị. Ọ dịghị ihe a ga-emeta gị ma ọlị o. Nwanne m o.
I thank you, lovers of freedom all over the world. I greet you all. This is still your brother Akpan Asoko, your very noble presenter, your Biafran political analyst, social commentator, and of course, an activist. I am here again. We want to address the madness of Kanunta Kanu. Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world, I want you to be you will join in the spreading of this particular gospel. You know, our people have a way of allowing disinformation permeates their consciousness. So it's in view of this that I want to call on all and sundry to help in disseminating this particular broadcast from this table of Biafran Radical Freedom TV and from myself, Akpan Asoko. So without much ado, I want to hasten into the issue. This particular update, I ran into it from our PM, then I had to go deeper and I uncovered the particular individual that is involved and how Kanunta Kanu had to pedal through selling that same narrative. It is a very heartbreaking situation that a man who is supposed to be the brother to our supreme leader, I think that brings to me questioning. I think I have always known, I am not sure Kanunta Kanu is a blood brother to Onyendu. He should be a cousin. He's a cousin, I suppose. Yes, because he does seem to be the real blood of Israel Kanu, His Royal Majesty, now of blessed memory, as he lives in his son, our supreme leader, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, we will read we'll read a very few of the numerous posts from this particular individual, Motosho Williams. And I will also encourage all of you maybe we will be giving that Anoman followership, or otherwise, don't follow him, but just go and read. Maybe you take your time to read what he has been all through while Onyendu was having his freedom, enjoying his freedom. all along how he has condemned Onyendu and what has been his role. We will still touch a handful. We will read a handful. We will do justice to the otherwise. If you go into what this guy has been doing, I will first of all present how he has presented our leader, Simon Ekpa, PM, in bad light, and how Kanunta Kanu, in his aloofness, presented himself as a willing tool to publicize the fraudulent, discouraging narrative, which is obviously against our struggle. So at this juncture, permit me to read. We will go into different corners of this discourse. So remain with us, please. Don't forget to share this broadcast. Don't forget to invite other people to subscribe to this channel, those who have not. And don't forget to drop your comment, even as you click on the like button. There is always a notification box like bell, that symbol there. Click also on that. After subscribing, you click on that notification button so that you will be receiving our updates as they come. Thank you. Let us read a handful of disinformation from Kanunta Kanu and his Williams. All right, gentlemen and ladies, I present to you what Omotayo Williams has projected by Kanunta Kanu, who is supposed to be a brother to our Supreme Leader, but I think he is not. Simon Ekpa is not a disciple of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They come from different ideological backgrounds. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu seeks the total freedom of Biafra. He wants the best for the Southeast, which is why the government can't tolerate him. In contrast, Simon Ekpa is a free agent manipulated by politicians to create chaos in the Southeast. The reason he hasn't been apprehended is that he is being sponsored by those same politicians. Bookmark this tweet for when the truth comes out. Bookmark this tweet for when the truth comes out. All right, that is it for this one. So we want to take it sequentially. My fellow Biafrans all over the world, lovers of freedom, all those who believe in sincerity in our cause, in our projects, I want to ask you, is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu pursues, or is just the well-being of Southeast what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu pursues? Because if you go by what Kanunta Kanu, he said yes, a total freedom of Biafra, but importantly, he wants the best for Southeast, which is why the government can't tolerate him. Yes, Southeast is part of Biafra. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is sectional. That means Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is somehow deceitful about seeking, when he made mention of Ugota must be kept, must be put in order. The Ibaka seaport, where he was talking about Calabar seaport, how the people of the coastal region have suffered. So that coastal region, those other places he was talking about, talking about their welfare, their well-being, and the general good living standard, are those people called Southeast also in the geographical expression? Are they Southeast? We are not to dwell on this, so we just have to move over to the next question, because he also raised issues of politicians sponsoring somebody as a free agent. Okay, So, but already we know, at least from the criminal DOS, almost every day they come on air, they talk about with facts how Kanunta Kanu have met all Igbo politicians, how he has collected money from them, how because of his activities nobody takes their own activities serious anymore. How because every time he comes to collect money, he goes home with envelope. How suddenly he is now flying or using, convoy cars, even when he is a lazy young guy who doesn't have the ability to do anything, not even the struggle. Even in the struggle, he doesn't even, while Onyendu, his brother, was there, he wasn't even very strong, except for just using the glory of his brother. There is nothing you can, so let's not even dwell there. Let us proceed to the next of the gibberish. All right, we read from Kanunta Kanu again, from his handle direct, Kanunta Kanu. Hungry freedom fighters at Emeka gift 100. At Chinasangoru, one slave, and their gang. How much did you sell ESN? How much did you sell IPOB to former governor of Abia State, Okeze Ikpeazu, that led to the death of Akbarawa, Mendie, and over 50 and countless IPOB members in Aba on 31st of March 2023, and also you did same selling IPOB and ESN to Hope Uzodimba of Imo State. How much did you sell our people to these governors of Southeast? Now ask recharge card media warriors and their so-called leadership if they reported anything about the death of these men, or have they forgotten so fast? We know the contractors, you fools. We know the contractors, you fools, are working for. And let me remind all of you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released. Don't forget this. Mohammed Abbas, aka Chinasa Unworu, yap as much as you can. Yap as much as you can. But don't forget that a fugitive is far better than you, because we know you. We are watching. Then Emeka gift. IPOB leadership knew that the moment Onyendu was kidnapped, the next step was to destroy IPOB. That's why they kept attacking and attacking, because procrastination is a thief of time. Now, we are saying no more. We have a right to revenge against Nigeria security personnel. Please, YouTube, this is disclaimer. I am not one. I'm reading from Twitter handle what some anomalous are writing. Revenge against Nigeria security personnel. I have posted this online that terrorists and freedom fighters have some similarities. We can use violence against Nigerian government and nobody can stop it. Disclaimer, we don't encourage violence. I am reading from Emeka Gift official handle. YouTube, please, we discourage violence in strong terms. Thank you. So Chinasangoru live radio broadcast updated. All right, let us now talk about it. All right, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world, we've just heard from this Efulefu, and he was equally responded to by Emeka Gift. Emeka Gift did not attack him direct. Emeka Gift was indirectly saying that they know that IPOB will be destabilized. That is, Kanunta Kanu also will be an agent of destabilization. But also he recognized and said something against what the criminal DOS always, he is, Emeka Gift is, this is a DOS person. Yes, now, he is saying Kanunta Kanu now called Chinasa slave and all his associates, he called them the church card media warriors, because none of them know what is freedom fighting. At least, while Emeka Gift now said, oh,
all this while we have been lying against Simon Ekpa. All this while we have been, fooling Biafrans. Because we said that Simon Ekpa is doing bang, Ekelebe and the Nigerian army. He is bang, and pushing them. So now that they are lying, they have been lying, that in reality, it is a demand, it is necessary that the Nigerian army need to be confronted with the same thing they come with. So, but that they have laid a campaign of calumny against Simon Ekpa all along. That even though he is foolish enough not to, come as a word of apology to Simon Ekpa, but he is saying that because that is the truth. While the other man from the other side now, which is Kanunta Kanu, is saying that this guy and his colleagues are all recharge card, they are all recharge card freedom fighters. That in reality, these guys are never interested in anything freedom fighting. And the truth is that this guy didn't know. They don't know that our supreme leader will be coming out soon, because they believe that since they sold him, that he is gone forever. But to their shock, that they will be seeing him very soon. However, that it is also very important that he tell them, or he remind them of how many Biafrans that they have died, that they thought that he Kanunta has forgotten, but he is reminding them now. The ones they buy, they handed over to Governor affluence in Abia State, who just passed from office because he is almost not passed on. The man who said, in fact, it is his willpower. In fact, it was out of mercy that he built one useless bridge in Abia State. That were they the ones that told him to build the bridge, one useless bridge. So now that's the same thing they did. How they sold the struggle, both ESN and IPOB itself, to these Southeast governors, and they went ahead to also work with the governor to buy our men. Then he mentioned some few men and mentioned another case in certain time 2023 where a particular Akbarawa was involved, and that's how the case has always been. And he also reminded them that he also is aware of how they have also worked with Hope Uzodimba to continue the machination of evil. Now he said all these things. I was waiting to see how he now will mention Simon Ekpa of having been involved, linked to one governor or linked to one case. I did not see that. I did not see that, brethren. So that is why somebody need to now catch this young man, tie him rope, then you take him to the nearest psychiatric hospital, because his brain needs to be checked. But let us proceed, because he mentioned a lot of indicting things here. His narrative here is he was shooting himself on the leg, because he said he knows that the DOS members are the ones who are really working with contractors, and he called them you fools. They are working with contractors of iniquity. Those of them, and he went even as far as reminding them that those of them who were involved in the ordeal that our supreme leader is facing today, that they will be dying one after another, like they have already started, and we are counting. We are counting. I think I have to do a program with that other man who said he was coming back with a 25 kilos jeep. Now he reminded them that all these men are involved, and they have been, counting their losses by themselves, while they or we as Biafrans, real Biafrans, are taking the position of spectators, observing, So that's, we must continue to, push on. Let us move. In another of his evidence as presented, Kanunta Kanu, September 29, 2022, wrote, This is another evidence that confirmed that nobody has the right to remove or suspend any member of IPOB without the approval of the leader of this noble family, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, except those our leader, MNK, authorizes. I wonder why Kanunta is citing those our leader. However, we must continue. Authorize their expulsion from IPOB. They knew themselves. Every other person or persons who were unjustly removed or suspended without the leader's approval should go back to their various positions immediately, both national, regional, and zonal levels. God bless Biafra. Kanunta Kanu. I don't think I have any much analysis to make on this one because it's where he is. It's about their tussle for who owns IPOB. They are tussling. However, we will jump into Omotayo Williams' comment that, you know, captured the fancy of Kanunta Kanu resident. Human rights activist, comrade, political analyst, commentator, is never that deep nationalist. It's never that deep nationalist, tribalist. I am for nobody. I am for everybody. I am for nobody. I am for everybody. This is coming from Omotayo Williams, the man who has taken the contract of gaslighting the Biafran struggle. But we know better. We know better. You can't defeat us in this angle you are going. But let us analyze you. Tayo. Williams Omotayo. Thank you, sir. You love Biafran people so much, eh? You're welcome. You are a very unbiased fellow, Abi. We see you. Thank you. The only unbiased fellow who knows how to announce himself. Thank you. Human rights activist, a comrade, a political analyst, continue, commentator, and all of that. Only you. Thank you. You are for nobody. At the same time, you are for everybody. Omotayo, we will not waste time on analyzing this, but we can link this statement to the very evil of African leadership as personified in one herbalist cattle era of a zoological republic president who kicked the bucket some time ago, and that was hidden from the public space for political reasons and economic expedience as well. That is Muhammadu Buhari. So we know, we can remember the statement. We don't have issues with retentivity, so we retain. Yes, I am for nobody. I am for everybody. When this statement is made, Biafran people, as the conscious people we are, we tightens our belts, we buttons our shirts, we'll even fold our fist in readiness. Yes, and all of this we have done. We have heard you. It is only the language of the people that recognizes us as a dot in a circle. The people who understand how to, you know, destabilize us. It is a language that comes from haters of Biafrans. This language, this phrase is always coming from a people who like to speak to us in a language that we understand, with its hawkishness and despotism. Peevish people
who try to do everything possible to reduce our race. They use this language, and we are very fast to recognize it wherever it is used. So we don't want to waste time on this your introduction. Thank you. We are coming out gradually. We will tell you that Biafran people are smart people. That is why when you do your blackmail, if we were having maybe 50 million followers, that same day, as long as people come across that blackmail, disinformation campaign against our struggle, that same day we will gain extra 1 million people. That same day. So let us proceed. All right, we are going there again. Then Omotayo William reposted again. Then 2 other Yoruba guys now came, and some Hausa guys came. They pleaded with Kanunta Kanu. I am not making up, so read directly, you can see it. Now, Meek and Meaka from Hausa, Meek, a Yoruba guy, with the man himself, Omotayo, they begged Kanunta Kanu, said, stay on this matter. Stay on this matter. Keep on talking about this, my post. Dwell on it. Make sure you don't go out of it. Because many of your brothers in the Southeast have been brainwashed. They are too stupid to see what is really happening before their eyes. Then, Fayeki, that is another Yoruba guy now came up. We can't thank you enough for this. Kanu resident, you are doing a nice job. We applaud you, my brother. You are doing well. Keep spreading this news, my brother. That is what they wrote. I hope you guys are following this. Okay. Now, when they did it, they started clapping for him. They say, my brother, you see, as you don't start this journey, we're there with you. Stay on this matter. Don't stop talking about it. Tell the world that Simon Ekpa is a criminal. Anywhere you come online, anytime you come online, make sure that you are telling the world that Simon Ekpa is a criminal, that he's a fraudster. Amplify your voice. We will back you up. The guy from Northwest, who was bearing Mika, when we traced, we found out where he came from. Mika, say, stay on this matter, because many of your brothers have been brainwashed by this fraudster, Simon Ekpa. But you know what, Kanunta Kanu, we want to tell you, but don't be angry. You see your Igbo people, they are very stupid. That's what they are. I'm not the one. He wrote, not me. Said the Igbo people are very stupid. Because if they are not stupid, how will this large number of people, just imagine the kind of mammoth crowd, the kind of followership that guy is generating. He just took over that same crowd of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What is going on? Continue to spread this gospel so that you will destabilize this kind of crowd that is generating. Your people, they're very stupid though. Igbo people are very stupid. And they are calling the Igbo people that Kanunta Kanu now is claiming, and they also are claiming to protect. They now called the whole of Igbo people as intelligent traits as Igbo people are. They call them stupid people to your face, and you are happy. You're happy. And you say, they say they are with you. Say, we will give you more voice. And the other one, Falaki, say, oh, Kanunta, you are my beloved brother. I love you so much. Just keep on spreading this news, okay? Samus cannot do his head like this. You say, keep on spreading this message, okay? We can't thank you enough. We just can't thank you enough. You are a very good guy. Then, as idiotic, as lunatic, as a lunatic, this guy, on now call you even, your people, your race, they are stupid people. Then that
indirectly, they are now telling you again what he said. I will still bring down our speed. You know, this same Williams Omotayo was the same one who was abusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before, and I have it here. If you see what this guy has done to the person of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before now, even till this 2023 general selection, they called the election, he came out again to lampoon Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, he said outrightly that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must not be released. That if you release him, you will stop. You will destabilize the election. Now he took the part of P2B that time. He took the part of P2B that time. You know, when they plant people to distract you, when they plant people amongst you, thank God my race are intelligent people, unless for some morons like this animal here, that I don't know how he becomes our supreme leader's brother. Facially looking, yes, you will see the relativity, but mentally wise, mentally speaking, this guy is not in that family. He's not from that family. Now, they are clapping for you, calling your race foolish, you know, stupid and all that derogatory words, and you were there. You were clapping, and the other one was busy touching your head, saying, oh, you know, when you want to touch your dog, oh, bingo, bingo, don't worry, we can't stop thanking you enough, bingo. And Kanu was busy doing, you know how the dog will hold the tongue. This guy, Kanunta Kanu, very Igbo, what to fix for you, honestly. Some you don't know. I don't know. Do you have problem with reading? When you see certain posts, why don't you go back to check the personality who is doing this talking? Everyone who ever come to condemn Simon Ekpa, check them. See how intelligent Igbo barristers are always coming on the television stations. They defend him. Even when they don't want to, because they are saving their head, they do it stylishly. Because these ones understand the whole thing. Imagine somebody that calls himself a brother to our supreme leader. It's madness. The mental strength of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his mental toughness is not anywhere traceable to this man. This one bingo. But let us continue reading. So that Emmanuel will Kanunta. Okay, now you will see another thing. Emeka Gift now Emeka Gift conducted election. He tested public opinion. Hey, that is okay. It was Omotayo. Hey, okay, Omotayo tested public opinion. Now Emeka Gift amplified it. Someone asked this public question. And what did he ask? He asked, is Simon Ekpa a fraud? And his village people answered, yes, he is a big fraud, 72%. Then the other one say, he is a freedom fighter. They says 23%. The other one now said, I am not a Biafran. I am not a Biafran. That means I am not in the best position to know. So that is to say, in election, there must be those for, against, and those who are standing. The same way they repeat the P2B out. So now you see it. They apportioned the percentage. They drafted it carefully. Emeka Gift. Okay, let us now see from the other guy from Omotayo, who was reposting. Say, except for the computer-generated bots who are reacting to his post on social media. That is indirectly said our Igbo people are bots. The same way Tinubu Buhari called us dot in a circle. Now this one said he is removing the B and the D, and he is replacing the D, the B with D, because Buhari used D-O-T. Now this citizen observer now is a public opinion office. Now
said unless for bots, that is Igbo people are bots, because it is Igbo people and their brothers who are responding to Simon Ekpa. It's okay, no problem, we understand. Now on social media, now every living organism knows that the rogue in Finland is a state-sponsored agent of destabilization. We know he has been sent to destabilize. It's all right. We will continue. Okay, then you have seen it. I don't need to talk about the Emeka gift sharing demand post. What I want to talk about is that there is the one they call Citizen Observer, who did the replacement of the D used by Buhari and included his own B. That's just different, because Buhari said we are dots in a circle. Now this one said we are bots. It's okay, whichever way, D or B, the same way they are going. We know the people, we know whom they are. Now, this is the same Citizen Observer who was mute and was as a spectator observing how Igbo shops were pulled down, businesses destroyed, Igbo markets burnt, and all sorts, including residential houses, during the 24th December, how the Igbo people who traveled for Christmas were given, is it 12 hours or 24 hours ultimatum, and after that ultimatum they destroyed. How will an Igbo man in his village come to Lagos, return back to Lagos within that hours? When will he even see the message that this same Citizen Observer animal was there and was clapping for Lagos State government? Now he wants the interest, he stands for the best interest of our people today. Yes. So, and it is bots that react to Simon Ekpa's social media bots. Then he forgot that they already said in the earlier page that the Igbo people follow Simon Ekpa, but they are stupid to do the followership. Now it's serving his experience. Now they are no more stupid to follow him, they are now bots. Thank you. I hope you people are connecting. The previous page I read a few minutes ago, the Igbo people were stupid because Simon Ekpa has brainwashed them. So today now they are no more brainwashed here now. They are now bots, computer, they are now chips, bots. Maybe robotics. Okay, let us leave this one here. You already know, I already said everything and you already followed it. Thank you. Let us move. There's no time. We have a lot of things to touch here. I want to debunk them. We are not noisemakers. The Igbo people are born intelligentials. The Ijo people are born gurus. The Shekiri people, the Godomi Godus, all the Biafran tribes, the Orons, the Oros, the Ibibios, the Efiks, all of us in Biafran land, we are so blessed, we are so intelligent, we are too intelligent, we are intellectually sound. Our proficiency will not be here. When you can't, what are you going to bring? You can't play on our intelligence. Unless of some people who had to involve in a lot of evil, and evil contaminated their mental strength that they don't reason well anymore. Yes, that is what happened to some people like Kanunta Kanu, who have been frequently accused by the criminals in the DOS because he outsmarted them. What they were doing before, he taught them in the game, and they now began to cry and expose him because for themselves. You know, when you become so shameless, so for themselves, they no more have any face to save. So they are no more ashamed of reporting such a thing because they were peridelicto in the same crime. But let us not distract ourselves. Let us proceed. The guardian angel of Biafran people don't come back now. Omotayo Williams. Omotayo Williams, aka Afonja. Dear Biafran brothers, we have become your brothers. Welcome. This table must break one day. You wanna go catch them? This table must break one day. At Simon Ekpa is a fraud. Understand? All has done is use his platform to chase cows in the southeast, receive funding from politicians and from the poor masses. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fought for the emancipation of Biafra land, not imprisonment and killings in Biafra land. What had he done to benefit the masses? Omotosho asked. And Omotosho refused to cool down. He continued at once. Then he was still with Kanunta Kanu. Kanunta Kanu, that is, according to this time, it was still 15 hours to the... Now, it was after 2 hours, he posted the other one. Now, Simon Ekpa is not working in the best interest of Ndibo. He is a machinery strategically planted to destabilize Southeast for the benefit of certain powerful Igbo politicians. Okay, at least there is a point of departure here now. We have it. We will bring it on. Okay. All right. Omotayo Williams. Thank you. We are following you. We are following you. You are doing a great job, okay? You will shoot yourself in the leg, okay? All right. Now listen to Omotosho with his divide and rule tactic. Nnamdi Kanu did to benefit Biafrans. What has Simon Ekpa done to benefit Biafrans? And you remember, whenever he's talking, he is always trying to paint a picture of it being about Southeast. Is the Biafran struggle really about Southeast? Definitely not. Yes. He said, all Simon Ekpa has done is to chase cows. And how has he, been able to help? What benefit, what has he helped to achieve in Biafran land? Omotosho is asking you. The same Omotayo, who was questioning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he was, I have a particular place, so let me not go dive into that part now, because I will be repeating myself, and I don't want to do that. So Kanu fought for the emancipation of the Igbos. How did he do the fighting? Because Omotayo Williams. Please, somebody should now pay close attention to Omotayo Afonja. How did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu work out for the emancipation of Biafrans? Because let Omotayo Afonja Williams tell you people. Then Simon Ekpa is not working in the best interest of the Southeast. Is Biafra about Southeast? Is Biafra struggle is it about Southeast? Is it all about Southeast? Of course, no. So your divide and rule has failed at this point. But we must continue analyzing the other nonsense you just put up here. You understand? He came to destabilize, and he is funded by politicians. Now, the same Kanunta Kanu who is projecting, who is amplifying your microphone now, is telling you, even when he wants to do, he don't know how to hoodwink Simon Ekpa or to tie Simon Ekpa into this. He told you, with the post he made before now, which I read out here earlier on, and also tried to do justice to explaining it. He said that the insecurity you want to bring in, not mentioning it directly, destabilizing Southeast means you're talking about insecurity. That it is not done by Simon Ekpa. He knows the people that are doing it, and they are no other than Chinasa Nworu and his criminal gang, the DOS criminals at large. And he said that how you are trying to rope in Simon Ekpa, no, that the persons to rope in are the people whom he mentioned that have been responsible for buying a lot of countless of Biafrans at different cages, in batches, from different Southeast governors, and not Simon Ekpa. That since you cannot rope in Simon Ekpa with any faculty, that you should shut up.
that factually, evidence speaking, pragmatically, that you can see from what is made manifest, that it is only these criminal gangs that have been able to waste. He can't where they wasted 50 plus, where they wasted others, the ones that Opus of them has incessantly done, the ones that the affluence in the state has incessantly done, the one that the Urushi and the rest of them, countlessly, amongst the senators and all of them, that he knows them, that it is not Simon Ekpa. And you are now. But because Simon Ekpa has refused to accept him in his household because of his emptiness, because he doesn't reason like human being, he doesn't reason like somebody from the royal family. So Simon Ekpa refused to bring him in. Because of this refusal to bring him in, he chooses to see any way he can lay hold on, to pull down. But because of his cleanliness, he refused to now understand that there is nothing you can do to a man who has gained this level of acceptance. And your Yoruba friends now who are working with the caliphate are the ones now advising you, clapping for you, telling you well done, I go welcome, I go well done, I go well done, right on, we are behind you, and giving you a lot of vote of thanks because you have accepted to be a willing tool to destroy a man who is taking after your brother's footstep in recommendation of your own blood brother. That's where I'm still doubting if it's your blood brother anyways. In his recommendation, and your brother even went as far as to telling him in public space where thousands, millions of people were watching him, that he should make sure he doesn't work with the Satanists. That he should make sure that this Satanist doesn't penetrate him, and that he has carefully kept to. The Satanists, that is the criminals in the DOS, which you also have acknowledged. And he's keeping to that till today. He said that if the state that you are fighting refuse to call you a criminal, that you have not done anything, and today the state is calling him a criminal, have done different things, taken different measures at the National Assembly, countlessly taking moves to repatriate him, the Chief of Defense Staff, the Attorney General, effort, even senators, including the engineer Baribe. Soludo came outright to say it. The people you said that sold the struggle, you are the one confessing it. That it's not Simon that sold, it is these people that sold. So how do you contradict yourself? They sold, and you even tell emphatically how they did the selling. Now, so Ludo now even has to now establish that fact by saying that yes, these guys really are working with us, but for the guy in Finland, he is a criminal. So they have all tried, they did the same, all of them. I can't mention all the politicians, the state itself, they are calling for his head until today. You cannot substantiate your claims. How then now do you come to a whole learned Igbo people? Or is it because that the Afonja Yoruba men are now calling you to call your Igbo brothers stupid? And they did that, you did not slap them. Before, they were clapping for you and calling your Igbo brothers stupid. And you did not react. You are looking for encomium, for accolade from the enemy's camp. And you say you're a brother to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let us continue, brothers and sisters. We are doing the good work of Chokika Abiyama. The good work Chokika Abiyama sent us, so that his kingdom on earth will be restored to the glory of himself, the Almighty, who created all and is not created by any. Let us progress. My brothers, my sisters, I said we are not going to leave any stone unturned. We are coming back again to Omotayo Williams, Afonja Omotosho. On 22, he's now taking us back to how he has been able to, condemn, to work in the favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, look at the time. What has happened this time? Then we were after here. We are progressing. We will now see before this time.
already Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is captured, he started projecting himself from time immemorial. UK did not declare IPOB, MASOP as terrorist organizations. You get it? Don't worry, follow us. But Nigeria is lobbying for that to happen. While I totally condemn the killings in the southeast by men masquerading as IPOB/ESN, Nigeria must address the root causes of the agitation. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and talk with Igbos. You get him now? Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and talk with Igbos. That is political solution, negotiations. Good, don't worry, we'll talk about it. Then he continued to say, Supreme Court does not have the jurisdiction to stop the policy. You are struggling with stubborn Asurok cabals. They will not ignore the court order. They will ignore the court order. Nnamdi Kanu has been released multiple times by the court, but still in prison. This one will not be different. So he will remain in prison invariably. That is what he said. He has been released several times, so this one will not be different. So going to the court is a waste of time. Thank you. And you remember the previous one up here again, I will read. For the benefit of doubt, UK did not declare IPOB, MASOP as terrorist organizations, but Nigeria is lobbying for that to happen. While I totally condemn the killings in the southeast by men masquerading as IPOB or ESN, Nigeria must address the root causes of the agitation. Thank you. All right. There is something you picked up from this part. In this part, he had to go to connect back MASOP and linked MASOP with IPOB, and then now connected ESN and IPOB, and did another good job for the caliphate by acknowledging the fact, as have been projected by the caliphate, that the IPOB and ESN are buying people in Southeast. Yes. So, but even when they are doing this buying, that UK did not accept to declare them terrorists. You get this? You need to get it. That he is connecting IPOB, linking it with MASOP. They are involved in the same activities, similar activities. That's what he's trying to tell you. Then, that you should also remember that UK, even when the time, the killings, please, YouTube, this is a disclaimer. I'm putting up a disclaimer. We're not talking about it. We are trying to analyze something here. We're analyzing something written on Twitter. So that these activities that, buying by ESN and IPOB, which is also the same thing with the IPOB and MASOP, is trying to, interwove. He must connect everything together. Good. That UK did not declare them terrorists. But even though all these things happening, that Nigeria is struggling so very hard to make sure that UK does the indicting of IPOB. Good. And declaring them a terrorist organization. Is that right? Now, I don't know how much you follow this particular he said they are masquerading themselves as IPOB and ESN. But Nigeria should address the root cause of this agitation so that Nigerian government will have a talk with Igbos. Having a talk with Igbos so that now we continue now to do elections together again, we continue to exist together again. His own is that we must remain together, going away, because all along we have followed him. What he's always saying is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is talking about the welfare of the Southeast. He's not talking about Biafra. He will want to mention Biafra there, and then he will narrow it down to his direction. That's what he was doing all along, all through I have been reading.
he will try to just mention Biafra, then he will now go to the right point he's targeting. That Nnamdi Kanu has always fought for the interest, for the well-being of Igbo. That is to say, and he also continued and even brought it to this point where he now said that federal government should now go. When Nnamdi Kanu himself told us that we have looked up for negotiations or for having a meeting ground, sitting in the right round table to iron out things. But since Nigeria refused to do that, we have crossed that level, that stage of having any talk again. Now this time going forward, it is woto. That they will buy us and we will buy them. That's what Nnamdi Kanu said, and that is what we have. That's what is playing out today. So let us continue, so that you know your enemies. If like Kanunta don't know, it's left for them. We didn't make them clowns; they made themselves clowns. It's not our fault. It's not our making. Now he has to now continue by saying that Supreme Court has given several verdicts which exonerated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which should have him going freely. But unfortunately, that verdict has not been hearkened to by the Nigerian state. And he now went to say it is useless continuing with the case. But Kanunta Kanu, you are clapping for him. He is having a different ground with you. You are here praising your lawyers, praising them for wonderful work they are doing. But the man is not speaking the same language with you. That after all the court judgments which favors Nnamdi Kanu, he is still in prison, even without convicting him. He is serving prison term, infinity prison terms, and that the Supreme Court has done this before, so nobody should expect any miracle from Nigerian court. Then you are expecting miracle from Nigerian court. You see, the man fooled you, and I don't know whom you are trying to fool in returns. You can see that. Now, since he told you that you should not hope to get any good thing from the government, because they will never yield to anything court will say. What is his solution for you, for your brother to be freed? Kanunta, I'm asking you now. Since the man have been able to tell you that you have a system, you have a state that doesn't have any recognition of law, zero tolerance, and doesn't recognize, acknowledge law. There is no place for law in the state. So now what are you doing when you tell people that your brother will be out soon from the court and you are hailing those lawyers? What are you doing? Are you not a deceiver? Are you not a traitor? Because you succeeded in telling the world that you have deceived our people. Because when you say it's coming out, that means you said it is through the court. Then, if none, on the other hand, is not through the court, then what will be the means? And somebody who is pushing hard, calling for global attention, taking measures that have been taken by other people in the past, even in a way that nobody even expected before today. Instead of him winning your respect, having your accolade, what you do is to go and join our frontiers to run him down, to destroy him. But you don't have the ability to do that. This is all you want to do. Let us continue. You don't need to waste time on a particular issue like this. All right. We continue. Omotayo Williams, Omotosho Alfonja, continue to speak. Now, here he is saying, follow him. We need to start electing individuals who understand. I am filling the gap. He made an error, an omission, just an error. Who understand the plight of the people and will bring development into our regions and not their pocket. No individual has more influence to do this other than Nnamdi Kanu. Are you hearing that? You will hear. You are looking to Tata. We need to start electing individuals who understand the plight of the people, and we bring development into our region and not their pocket. No other individual has the capacity to do that other than Nnamdi Kanu. You understand it? Don't worry, let me know. Now he continued, Motaya Williams, with Kanunta Kanu, and Kanu was happy. Kanunta, sorry, not Kanu Nnamdi, because IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu orders peace to return to Biafran land, states he is in prison because he is fighting for Biafrans to survive and not to kill them, at Simon Ekpa in the mud. Will peace now return to Southeast? I know some of you don't get the question right away, but you need to get it. Now he's now putting the question to Simon Ekpa now, has peace returned to Southeast? Because you are the one destabilizing Southeast. That's what he's saying. And Simon Ekpa is the one in the mud, doing the dirty work for the politicians. Let us talk about it. All right, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world, let us analyze what Omotosho Omotayo Afonja is saying. Now, you heard him as we read. He said here, you know, there is this Igbo saying, and it's only a fool who does not know when the firewood from breadfruit tree is shared. So only believe a boy amagin Nkokwa is a very, it beams fire very well, but it is soft, it's not too hard to crack. So it serves maximally in fire making, yet it doesn't cost so much strength, so much energy to pieces it, to prepare it to prepare the firewood. So it is only a fool who doesn't know when such precious firewood is shared. This Anoman Kanunta did not know when he was insulted. The Afonja have just finished your brother, who is our supreme leader, and you were with him. You did not slap him. He reduced your brother, the highly exalted individual whom heaven by itself exalted him. And the man rubbished the same person before you, and you were clapping. He reduced him to a mere hungry politician. That Nnamdi Kanu now should stand. So all the things he has done and how many people that have gone for it should just perish for nothing. That Nnamdi Kanu should just wear his apron of politics and jump into the ring. Now he should be elected. Mockery. And you forget that it was the same way the Afonjas pushed our Baba King Kong, Chief Dean Chukwuemeka Odumegwu of blessed memory, into committing some political suicide. They want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to commit the same political suicide. They want him to jump into the ocean of nothingness. Nnamdi Kanu. But thank God he will not. You don't understand it. You need to understand that Nnamdi Kanu, our supreme leader, is a mere politician. He is nothing, he wants nothing other than just ordinary politician, our own leader. So he is the kind of person that we want, maybe in the next election, if we want to wait. But unfortunately, we are going. So if we are to stay together till then, that Nnamdi Kanu should just throw his hat into the ring and he will be voted, so that he will commit the same self-destroying political blunder that our Supreme Chief Dean Chukwuemeka Odumegwu of blessed memory committed. That's what they want him to do. But we are here. We love him so much. We've got his back. Yes, we are not, we are Biafrans. From any angle you come, we will catch you I am not any angle if you be a bar, you see happy away, you see direct road, I will catch you. There's nothing you can do about it because we are so muchly made by hand at a model. They were so muchly made by hand at a bongo. If you come to the Buru line, we borrow you first. You get that. If you don't get it, forget about it. But this one, you must not forget about it. You must get it by force, by fire, by force. Because somebody insulted our leader, and somebody who said his brother is there watching, helplessly. All right, we must continue. Yes, lovers of freedom, we must continue doing this good work. Here, Omotaya Fonda continue in the number 2 of this particular second part that I just finished. When you support Simon Ekpa, remember that the battle fought and sacrifices made by activists like Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, he is calling Ojukwu, Philip Effiong, Nnamdi Kanu, Rafu Wazirike, Uchemefo, Konachuzie, and the rest of them. He called everybody an activist. I'm not yet talking about it. Let me read. When you support him, remember the battle fought and sacrifices made by activists like Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, Philip Effiong, Nnamdi Kanu, Rafu Wazirike, Uchemefo, Colonel Joe Atuzie, Flora Nwampa, Christopher Okibo, Samuel Ononaka Mbakwe, and Alexander Madiebo. That means you want to say that all these things becomes in vain if you support Simon Ekpa. Now, these are people who dedicated their lives to the true Biafran cause, ensuring that they fight for freedom, justice, and the preservation of the Igbo people, identity, and the autonomy remained undiluted by political manipulations. He is the one talking this, so I am surprised. Now, supporting those who undermine these values betrays the legacy of their struggles. Because we must analyze this one. For all now to analyze. But we will analyze. Abegum, let's do justice to this. Kanunta Kanu. Kanunta Kanu. It's all a bear kamu. Gebek has to him. It's now a bear. Are you sure you are Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's brother? Look at how somebody just washed your race, destroyed your veterans, destroyed all the people before you. Imagine this Otole brought Uchemefo, placed him side by side with our veterans. Imagine the kind of people that they now compare your brother with. Our Papa Nuku Ojukwu was called an activist. Our Papa Nuku, whom American Parliament called a warlord, whom British Parliament called a veteran, a hero like no other, even when they were doing it and doing like this, but they knew that is the truth. Now somebody was clapping for you, and in your assistance reduced everything that Ojukwu did as activism, reduced everything in Nnamdi Kanu, our Papa Nuku Philip Effiong, Baba. Everything, all his sacrifices, all the Juajuzi's effort. Now they have to now compare it with the work of Wazirike. Compare it. Do you know that guy just destroyed you? Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started this struggle because somebody defrauded us. Because Wazirike did a dirty work. That is why Nnamdi Kanu had to come up, because all of us were under Wazirike. But this guy now tried to place side by side Wazirike and his activities, place the activities of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Wazirike side by side. And you, Kanunta Kanu, Kanunta Kanu, honestly, Makachi, you are a compound otole. You are a moron. Kanunta Kanu, you are Zueba. Imagine that somebody had to, what an insolence that Ojuku, in all how the whole world know Ojuku, that somebody called Ojuku, our Papa Nuku, an activist. You were comfortable with it. You watched it. You did not go to dismantle that man. And you are comfortable that somebody said that Uchomefo, that means the other one, Aneke, what do you call it? The Aneke or whatever. They are now, with the Meneke, what is that his name? That all of them are rated with Ojuku, rated with Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, what an eyesore. What I'm seeing, this thing, reading it, it's an eyesore. Hey, Flora Nwapa, Christopher, in every society, there is always what we classify as social stratification. You must, if you must give credence to other people who have contributed in one way or the other, you must rank them. Simon Ekpa is our leader today, but that does not go to make anybody who follow him today to rate him in equal space with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He himself declared it, that he is the disciple of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our supreme supradome. And you watch, even with all the effort of Mazi Nnamdi, Simon Ekpa, with his sacrifice, with his commitment, with how much he has held a whole country to a standstill, how much even the chief of military came out to say that this guy has taken over our military base, has taken over our space. With all this might demonstration, all this commitment, sacrifice, and you want to be used by enemies to fight him, and because you want to fight him, you have to accept an enemy calling your brother a mere activist, calling our Papa Nuku Ojuku a mere activist. Oh, history will not hold this fairly with you. History will not hold it well with you. You must understand it. You have done your very worst. That our own Onhamadike is an activist. Anyway, brother, mpa area ge final. You cut to the extent of humiliation, the extent of Now you can see how he now went on to say the rest other nonsense that these people that what the Uchemefo of all people, this that somebody like Uchemefo is one of the people that dedicated, sacrificed for welfare of Biafran people, for the freedom, for justice. How Bikupano Uchemefo, if we accept Wazirike at least for being the man who came in immediately after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, after Ojuku, at least he deserves some credence. He deserves some credit. But Mbaneke. Are you really in Okwia? So you have not gone to see this? Fellow Biafrans, just listen on, because I will take you to a place where you will see that this man is a real agent of darkness. He is gradually permeating into Olodos, the people who made themselves available to be permeated. Look at this trash. Look at the kind of people he is equating with Ojukwu, equating with Philip Epson, equating with Ohamadike Umo Biafran. The only man who gained even the level of acceptance Chief Dim Emeka Ojukwu did not gain. The man who, the level of acceptance, that is the person that this Akpamo is allowing a traitor to belittle in this manner. Now he's talking about autonomy. Igbo people now, he's talking about he's now turning it, like I told you earlier, he's now diverting it again to Igbo affair. Biafran pursuit is Igbo affair. Imagine, preservation, justice, and the preservation of the Igbo people and identity. Look at Greek-on. So now the people that undermine this value in his own word include Simon Ekpa. And the people that enthrone this value include Mbaneke, include Alphonse Uchemefo. Uchemefo now is the people now you read with Ojukwu, you read with Nnamdi Kanu. They are Uchemefo, Mbaneke kwa. But we must continue. That is the height of the insult, I must tell you. We must continue. In fact, I can't continue with reading the trash from this man. The way I'm getting infuriated, you might even smash your phone now or break your television seeing this. Just see responses. Let me just give you maybe one or two, a handful of responses. Then we will draw the conclusion. We will now summarize it. Now, from one of the respondents, Mr. Sense responding now said something like, "You called our eternal leader, Chief Dim Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, an activist? Oh my God, what an insult. The gates of freedom will be shut against your generations to come." Thank you, my brother. These are people with passion. He is now directing this to Kanunta Kanu. He said, Kaduna resident. Okay, Kaduna resident. Yes, these are, you can see from Kaduna, you can see it. It's all right. That is not the main man on Motosho. It's not him. Now, let us see the next person. Free Nnamdi Kanu. That is another user, Free Nnamdi Kanu. He was referring now to this Kaduna resident. Now, where are all this sudden love for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for Biafran struggle, suddenly coming from? Why was this love not coming when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was free? Maybe since 2020, since 2015. How come this love now is flowing from the rivers of God knows where? Then the other man came, Mazi Oji. Mickey Bai. Now he's replying to the same person. You are a fool, over 40, and a fool shall you remain. NITWIT. And then made a move. Let us take more responses. See from Prof. Dr. Joy Irobi responding to this same clown. Look at you talking about Biafrans as if your cognitive ability, both spiritually and mentally, comes near an average Biafran. Focus on Kaduna and your Fulani activities and your Fulani people. Your Islamic masters killing Kaduna people and you can't fight for them. They have paid you to fight Biafrans. So stop shaming your family people in the name of
trying to, paint us black. Oh, Prof. Joy, they respond. And again, we'll take from another user. Same way you attacked MNK, you are out to attack Simon Ekpa. And we are not ignorant of all your attacks. Yes, we know. We know how you have always operated. So in the same way you attacked, you want to continue to attack. But we will not give you that privilege to do so. You can see that. Now, if Kanu is released, I hope he changes strategy. The influence he or IPOB have must be coveted to political influence, and they can recommend political candidates who key into their vision. Now, it is this Omotosho Afonda Williams now that came to respond in Prof's post. That Nnamdi Kanu now, once he come out, he should just go and pick either APC ticket or just wear the cloth of APC, Abga, Labour, or any of these deceitful failed parties or failure parties. Now, that Onion should just automatically, I was saying it before, not even having come to this part. I did not even come to this part when I said it in the analysis up here now in this program. He is advocating for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to abandon his freedom fight and now become a what? No more becoming a freedom fighter and now becoming a Yotago. So the same, he just wants him to come to his vomit, so that Biafran people now will begin to despise Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will spite at him and probably, you understand, they want to just destroy him. That's why they planted this clown, and he don't know we are Biafrans. Imagine IPOB having 50% of the lawmakers. They just want to have IPOB. They want to have Nnamdi Kanu joining politics at all costs. So it is some clowns like this they are bringing forward. They don't get sense. They don't get sense at all. Okay, let us continue. The same Motosho Afonja is still saying, responding, you can only protest constitutionally to have a more effective impact. He's now coming out gradually. It is this prof, yes, I think I made a little mistake. It is this prof now that went back to memory lane to fetch this man where he went, when he was destroying Nnamdi Kanu. Now look at another of his satanic comments. See what he did here now. I told you what he does is that when Biafran people have an active leader who is free, that moment he will work against the particular free leader. And when that one is maybe restricted or captured or kidnapped, he will now protect that one. They just want to make sure that we remain going around a vicious circle, not making any progress. They want us to be stuck and helpless. Now, you can only protest constitutionally to have a more effective impact. After all they have done to Kanu, I hope Kanu doesn't allow himself as a satanic tool to work against the interest of Southeast. Then what is the interest of Southeast? It was this same man that was preaching to us what Ojukwu and the other patrons stand and how it would have become a waste if you support Simon Ekpa. I hope you are following it too. Now, in fact, I think I need to analyze from here. Let me start the analysis immediately. Yes, no need to waste time. So that when somebody is destroying you, when you have an enemy, a green snake in green grass,
you should identify him. Whenever you have an enemy, no matter what it is, no matter the chameleon clause it is using to hide its real color, you must be smart enough to uncover it. Now you can see how he's coming out. Now advising, he started it earlier, now he's coming out full. That Nnamdi Kanu, once he comes out, should now, either form a new political party or join one. Or then, as he joined one, they should project a candidate. Before, he said it is only Nnamdi Kanu that is qualified to be the candidate by himself. Now here, they should select a candidate, and the party that Nnamdi Kanu is coming from should now be able to get up to 50% of the parliament, of the legislature, and all of that. Are we practicing, what system of government are we even practicing? That you are looking for a majority, who gets the majority of parties. But let us continue. Now, he continued to say something like, they can recommend political candidates, who key into their vision. Now, before, Nnamdi Kanu is the only qualified candidate. I am Akpan Asokwo. I am a Biafran. Biafrans are radicals. Biafrans are super intelligent. We are full of think tanks. I am one of them. We will uncover as a critical analyst. We are forensic in doing our job. We pick even as one in a co-agree. I know the very fly with an infected eye. We must get every inch, every iota of their steps, their dirty. We uncover it. There is no matter how a criminal will want to cover truth or cover his antics, that a smart detective will not uncover. No how. A smart detective will always uncover it, because crime is darkness. Darkness is not light. So wherever there is darkness, when light comes, darkness cannot hold it. The Bible told you. You go to church, you condemn us, but you don't know what the Bible says. I know. I am telling you for free. Now, the same mole who has come in sheep clothing that Kanunta Kanu, in fact, maybe you should even go to check that name well. Of course, it's a Yoruba, no need to investigate that. Now, what did your vice president today tell you? That they, the Fulani, will work with the Yorubas to destroy us. That's what he said. It is there. And that is what they are doing. Even ordinary local Fulani will always divide us. Yoruba also now will also join to divide us, divide and rule. Now the Kanu should join politics. Before he should come out, he's the only qualified. Now he's no more the only qualified. They are coming out gradually. He's no more the only qualified now. So he should now pick the qualified people and project them so that they will go and take the power for us. Hey. You see where he was talking about constitution, where he said you can only protest constitutionally, to have more effective impact. After all the satanic party of the official APC has done, after all they have done to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because when you use they, it should be have that follows, because the rule of concord suggests so. But I am ignoring all your blunders, not we get to Igbo. After all they have done, to Nnamdi Kanu, I hope that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't come to betray the Southeast interest. When they insult you, you should be smart enough to know when you are insulted. So Nnamdi Kanu now, his interest is Southeast, not Biafra. So, and he hope now, as a lover of Southeast, you can't check that man's age. That man was equal in 1980. When was that? When did Tinubu come out for presidency? In the 80s. in the 80s, in the 90s, Ojukwu was coming out for political positions, presidency. Now, have you ever seen this name? How he ever projected Ojukwu's interest as he loved Southeast? No more Biafran now. Did you see him when the fully forged Kanu was coming? Tell me the Igbo candidates that this guy ever campaigned for. So Ojukwu also was not a good candidate too. Before Nnamdi Kanu was the only good candidate. Now Nnamdi Kanu is no more. He should not support the ones who can. When they insult you, when they play on your intelligence, as a smart Biafran, you should know. You should capture their jokes. We are here. We are here. So now, the Southeast interest now is P2B. Wait, you will see him come out. Because the interest of South is that Nnamdi Kanu should manage to. He says Simon Ekpa is sabotaging the coming out of President Nnamdi Kanu because he played a video from one clown who was on one backyard television. So now Simon Ekpa is sabotaging is coming out. Now you have been able to say that Nigerian court can declare all they care, but Nnamdi Kanu will never come out. So now Nnamdi Kanu will come out, and the Southeast interest matters. And all of this, you are not connecting what you are saying. You don't try to relate all the things you are saying. So the interest of Southeast is what matters, not Biafran interests. Okay, we acknowledge all you're saying. We know you. And today, Kanunta Kanu, you have not gone to boss this man. You have not. So the interest of Nnamdi Kanu is Southeast. So so your brother now is deceiving the rest of Biafran people. You have supported that man in calling Biafran people deceivers. Calling our supreme leader deceivers. Or a deceiver. When you do blunders, you should know that you have committed blunder. Prof. Joy is still destroying Mokema. Prof. Joy is still destroying Mokema full time. Now look at him here, he's coming out again. Omotosho Williams Afonja. It was a screenshot the woman is posting on Twitter from maybe Facebook or whatever, I don't know. But she's posting it, or from the same Twitter, posting it in her own platform. Now you see, Southeast have moved beyond Kanu being or something them. From voting in large numbers. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu is a strategy by the enemy to, disrupt elections in Southeast Biafran land. The strategy is to disrupt election, but they have failed. Good, Kanunta Kanu. Now let us come to this part. This man, Omotosho Afonja, he has done it again. See the part now. That Southeast no longer listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That Southeast no longer allowed him to deceive them, to stop them from voting. That is why today, that Southeast turned out en masse to vote, that is for P2B. That is to say that Southeast, that Igbos now love P2B more than Nnamdi Kanu, because Nnamdi Kanu has been deceiving them. This guy, what they call you? You say you are Kanunta Kanu. In fact, I need the Kangoro game at this point. ihe a ga-emeta ya onye riri eri ma na-erigo ya onye riri eri ma na-erigo ya ọ dịghị ihe a ga-emeta ya onye riri eri ma na-erigo ya Kanunta Kanu erikwala gị eriela gị kpamkpam ndị Awụsa eriekwala gị eriela gị kpamkpam ọ dịghị ihe a ga-emeta gị onye riri eri ma na-erigo gị Yoruba eriwakwala gị onye riri eri ma na-erigo gị ọkwa ndị politishan Igbo onye riri eri ma na-eriela gị ọ dịghị ihe a ga-emeta gị ma ọlị nwanne m aga m alọtiri gị egwu a eriela gị kpamkpam eriri gị ihe chenji gị. Somebody here destroyed, just demolished everything we stand for before your very before. Kuris ye one leg woke. Kurie just with this. Hey, Kanunta. Onye ringare. That's Peter Obi now, the more popular than Nnamdi Kanu. Onye Peter Obi. Peter Obi was riding on the horse's back. Hey. Now, he went on to say before your very before that calling for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release, and you remember it was the same person you are cheering before. He was telling you, oh, Nnamdi Kanu must be released, the Supreme Court, he has been discharged how many times and all of that. The same person is the one telling you here that anybody who calls for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release is an enemy. In fact, that the person can best be a fool and a bigot. In fact, it is enemy planted in that will do that. In fact, that person is a satanic element because the person is coming to disrupt the election. Now, whose election is he defending? That they are defending P2B. It's not as if he really wants P2B to win the election. No. There was an agenda. You know, the agenda that brought him P2B was to destroy the far we went in the struggle Abomination or hitherto. Now look at this. This person now told you that he loved Nnamdi Kanu, he loved Biafran, he loved agitation. In fact, the freedom, all the sacrifice of all these our veterans, and that's one. And he insulted you when he was doing that by included some criminal elements. And now he succeeded now by landing to this one. If there are no moves, how did this person know all these names that he was mentioning? At least he should know Ojukwu, yes. He should know Philip Effiong, yes. He should know people like Madiebo Alexander, but not to know Meneke and the other Otaba association, Ucheme for them. And he was, the way he was bringing, so tomorrow, that animal now, as animalistic you are, would want you to count maybe whom should I use? MC Olomo, the tout. You should not include him in the list of Awolo. Where Yoruba people are mentioning Awolo, you will see Olomo there. It's a slap on the face of that nation, the Yoruba nation. The same way he has succeeded in demolition, in equality, the personal intelligence of our people and the personality of your brother, our leader. Look at him. He said, I'm not talking about the culture. I'm not talking about the Kalu demo. That this one we are talking of P2B. Okay, you are projecting P2B. He's very sound, eh? So why didn't you project Ojukwu when Ojukwu came? When you were more youthful from the age we are looking at you from, the angle we are seeing you. You can see that. Only the finally Caterpillar and his men say wala mabasi.
Let us continue the work because I know the finishing touch. Now, somebody is now bringing to his notice, Oga, where were you when your people were conspiring and when you were with them? When they were saying, oh, let's go and tie all the Igbos, let's flush them out, let's do it with them, let them go out to Yoruba land, they have stolen our land, I hate these people with passion. Why are you hating human being? Disclaimer, YouTube, I'm not the one saying I hate you. We don't encourage hate speech, it is in the Afro man. They are violent people. They are worse. They are that. They hate us. Let's hate them without holding back. Let all of that. When came in there, they sober, and the rest of them we saying all these things. Where were you? You love us, Sapia, and you want us to believe in that trash that you love us. That is why my beloved brother came up and I had to reply him, say, oh God, shut up, there. So your paymasters, according to King Mob, now we will cut it from here because your paymasters have bankrolled you to gaslight Biafrans. Maybe they will stop supporting Simon Ekpa if you succeed. But unfortunately you can't. So go tell them that we love him. Simon Ekpa is the one. And his ideology towards Biafra freedom is like, wow. So go and mind your collapse Nigeria and stop tearing cloth on issues whose none is your business. The issues that is not your business. Go and mind your business. Stop minding Biafran issues. This doesn't concern you. That is the situation. That is how it is. Now, this guy, after everything, because my battery is not stronger anymore, so let me just summarize it here. After everything, Kanunta Kanu, you allow this man to enter you. Now Satan penetrated you. You want to now keep spreading the enemy gospel here. Then what would you have achieved at the end? What will be your gain? Because you already made it clear that you made it very categorically clear that Simon Ekpa is not the one found wanting in the insecurity. But you are still indicting, accepting what another person is saying, which is indicting him. The same period. The same period. Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, thank you. Our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is a great leader like no other. Simon Ekpa, you are seeing, he deserves your love because he has done more than what anybody can imagine. And he's still doing. And he's reassuring us that the freedom of our leader is certain. He will gain his freedom, he will have his good health. This campaign of calumny cannot stop anything. The campaign, all these things they are doing, divide and rule, it will not work again. They told you here that it is robots that is the millions of fans that Simon Ekpa have. It's robots, the same them, the same period, the same money. So you can get it now. So thank you, and we will have another program now, but let me attend to other things because of low battery. We'll be back. Please don't forget to share this. Make sure you are sharing it. Share it. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you have not. If you have subscribed before, don't subscribe. If you have not subscribed, please go and subscribe. And remember that the enemies are not sleeping.